everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Carmen and I currently only plan in paper bound notebooks. I have tried rings in the past. It just always tends to be not quite my thing. I usually don't last that long in them. So we've just come to the realization that bound notebooks are just what I'm gonna stick with. This year has already been quite a bumpy start for me. So I pretty much only plan in Staloweeks notebooks. I love the paper, I love that the cover is flexible, and I love how it's a completely blank notebook. The grid sizes vary depending on which side you get, but usually it's either a 4 or 5 millimeter grid, which is fine. I love working with either one of them. Now, let's get into this because I have already changed my notebook size 4 times this year and we are barely into February. So let's go ahead and talk about what I started the year with. Okay, oh, it's not supposed to be there. So I started the year in an A5 Staloweeks. It's currently in a Midori cover because I had started with it, came back to it, and then I kind of left it again, so that's why the cover's still on and it has paper inside. So let's talk about this. So I had set it up bullet journal wise. I had a year at a glance. I had all of my health trackers in the front, as well as all of my monthly trackers in the front. But yeah, so then this is where I would start my like weeklies and dailies, and pretty much this was it, right? My dailies were more memory keeping style than anything really, because I did have to-dos, I did have time dailies, but there wasn't that much really going on with them. So pretty much this is it at, let's see, this point right here is where I switched from A5 to what is called as a Staloweeks. Anyways, so this is what I had. So this is an A5 Staloweeks that is cut down to weeks sized. I had originally tried to cut this down to standard size. I did a horrible job cutting it, so I went to FedEx and got it cut down further to week size. So pretty much the same kind of setup in the front. I wasn't even in this long enough to throw my year at a glance in here. Let's just put it that way. So this was the month that I had. This is a insert from Peanuts Planner Co. that I had just kind of thrown in here. And then I had made this on Canva, but pretty much everything was the same, right? So I had, in this time, I kept the months together, which is what I pretty much did for the rest of the year because or the rest of my notebooks. One second. Sorry, still calling in the middle of my lunch break. Anyways, so pretty much again, the weeks will stay the same. And then I had my time dailies here and then to-do list. And it was nice and all, but for some reason it wasn't what I wanted. I don't know. I lasted, I think 2 weeks in here, somewhere around there. It was this week that I was in it truly. So it was this week here. And then literally this weekend on the Saturday, we had gone to Key West. On the way back from Key West, I was like, I miss B6 size. I ordered a B6 and it was literally coming the next day. So, which is why you don't see this past Sunday. So that was pretty much that. Very short-lived. It's whatever. I may use this as just like a scrap notebook for anything that I need to do, whatever. So in that case, I back planned all of this memory keeping. And then that brings us to what I started with B6. So I actually got the year at a glance in here. And then I did this part in the front where I was going to do all of my monthly health trackers. I put a health log in here for the kids, brain dump lists, and then I would start January. So this is pretty much the same kind of setup as I did in the week size, except I have the month after it instead of before it. So this was a freebie printable from the Grumpy Tortoise. So you see this is my like appointments and all that stuff. And then I kept the weeks the same way that I did in the week Stalogy because I liked having the sticker a day here. But yeah, everything is pretty much the same. And then I actually have all of this here. And I got pretty, like, I guess, far into this to where I made it through this week, had some things put in here, and then I had set up this following week. So I think those were the 23rd to like the 28th or something like that. I had set this up and I was like, I'm not quite sure. And then I started thinking to myself, I miss having the A5 size. So here we go, and I completely went all the way back. I back planned this week that I was in the B6 here, all the way up until here, and then this was the fresh week starting back in here. So I had done a plan with me video that I never uploaded. Or maybe I did upload it. I can't even remember anymore. I don't know. Anyways, so I had this week here and it was doing pretty good and I liked carrying it with me. I got to the point where I set up February and all this stuff. I set it up with this. Halfway through the first week, I was like, I can't deal with this size anymore. It's too much. I have too much going on. I feel like I'm just not doing what I need to do in an A5 size. So I got through pretty much like the first week in here and I had put down all of these things. I even put down some boxes, whatever, for the rest of the week. I'm still gonna use this as journaling, so I do have to back plan, like back journal, I guess. But what I'm sticking with and what I'm hopefully sticking with for the remainder of the year is an A6 Stalogy. I did September through December last year with an A6 Stalogy, and I really loved it. I was gonna start the year with A6, and then for some reason, I had this whole mindset of I wanna do A5 again, or I wanna try it out again. By the way, this cover is actually from, she makes covers now. It's like when she first started. It's Jovel. Oh God, I can't remember, and I should have written it down. I was gonna write it down, but I didn't. But she's on Instagram. I'll link her Instagram handle down below. But this was like one of the first planners that she made. It was, or like when she first started making them, it was originally a pocket plus size with 30mm rings. I took the rings out last night and I was like, you know what? I think, because I had stuck the planner in here and I'm like, it's great, like height wise, love it. And the width is perfect to where my tabs don't stick out. I don't mind this top tab sticking out. It's not a big deal for me. It's the side tabs. So I took out the rings and I had an extra like traveler's notebook string. I looped it through the same holes and just slid my A6 in and it works perfectly. So this is my A6. It took me a real long time to actually go back and back plan all of January because I wanted to have January in there as well. It's not very decorated. It's not very journaled. It's just kind of whatever to-do list I had during that time frame, I kind of put in there. So anyways, we're gonna go through this whole entire setup now because this is what I currently have. So what I did is I printed a digital paper that I had purchased it a long time ago from Etsy, and I printed it on sticker paper and I put it on the two front covers here. I have a sticker pocket from the Target Dollar Spot from just a couple different like samplers here, just kind of stuck in the front. I have this that I had printed in like pocket size. It's from, oh God, I can't even read that. It's like super, super tiny. I think it's May Plants or something like that. And I kind of just tucked it in here. This is from the Style Planner, her January sub box. Absolutely love it. And then let me bring you down a little more since I can. So here is my bullet journal key. This is my cover. I didn't put an ending because I'm not sure how many months I'm going to be able to fit in here. So I kind of just left that blank for now. This is another freebie that I picked up. I think it says Flora Papery. So it's just really pretty. I saw it on Planning with Alo's Instagram when she kind of linked all the shops that she had, and I really loved it, so I stuck it in here right in front of my Year at a Glance, which is from SimpleandTrendyCo. I originally had bought it as an A5 size, and I kind of just sized it down because I didn't want to have to purchase a whole other file. This is a trigger list from Brown Plans, and I just have to put some sticky notes here so I can kind of just have different things to put. This I have not put in yet, but this is my bill tracker for the year, and then I have my cycle tracker and then a workout tracker. I'm still debating if I want to color code my workouts. These are all walks, so it doesn't matter right now. If I want to color code them and then put a key here, or if I'm just gonna leave it like that, haven't quite decided. So then it goes into January. So again, I back planned all of January. I have the month here, and then I have my sticker monthly. The weeks were too small. Like the weeks here are too small for me to fit stickers, which is why I didn't do it the same way. So I kind of just drew out a calendar and put them in, and I really like how it is. I decided to put my health calendars, which track my rings closing, my steps, and then whatever workout I did, as well as any sick days or headache days. I went ahead and just put these in for each month. It's gonna be right after the monthly. This is from, shoot, what is that? I'll link it down below. She's a shop on Etsy, and she's very minimal. I absolutely love them. And I can't remember the name of her shop right off the top of my head right now, but I will link it down below. So this was just the weekly. I had originally tried using my my Sarasa Dry, which has this ink in it. It's an Energel 0.5, and then I realized it was just way too thick for this paper, so I went back to my Clenna, which is a 0.3, and I absolutely love that one a lot more. So I went back with that. This week just looked all weird. It just looks so super bold and just out there, and then the Clenna just looks so much better. So these were the weeks, and then I did a little bit of washi in between to make it look a lot less plain. So I switched up the washi on top and bottom, and then all that fun stuff here. I added some stickers, and you'll see that I kind of have no notes pages here, just because I didn't have any actual notes that I needed to really transfer. So yeah, you'll see that these don't have any date covers, because I am waiting for a shipment from Randidotplans, which is gonna come with all, like the whole year again, like I did with these stickers that I have in my A5. So it's similar to these, but they're the stacked ones. So I'm just waiting for those to come in. So I kind of penciled these in to make sure I don't lose track of which days are what. So yeah, these are just all the dailies that I back planned. Why are these two not? All right, so they're very minimal, all that stuff. And then I had an extra page here, which is something that I do want to do at the end of every month, is to have a monthly overview. So some of these may change, some of them may not, but this is just the January overview here, and then it jumps into February. So same kind of setup. I have my, oh, glad that didn't rip. I have my checkoff calendar, a piece of vellum, and then just, it's kind of overlapping the monthly cover. So I have my appointments month at a glance, and then I have my sticker month at a glance. And then again, here is my health tracker. I do have to kind of highlight some of these. I just haven't gotten around to doing that, but all this information's in my my phone, in my health logs, like my health apps. So it's quick and easy for me to pick up, if anything. So here are the weeks again. So this is the week that we're currently on, which is the 6th through the 12th. So here, it's just the remainder of the month. And then you'll see this is just how everything is going so far. And then this was yesterday's date, and then we're here today. I did go ahead and add in my travel tracker for next week. It is my mother-daughter trip with my daughter. So I have that going on. So I have just the information about the hotel and our reservations, and then just my packing list. I crossed off what we don't need, and I added things that I do need to add. And then yeah, this will be spaced for next week. And pretty much that's all that I have in here so far. I have a couple Randidotplans samplers in the back. And then in the back, because this actually has a back pocket, I have this Happy Scrappy kind of little folio. And then this is where I have my kind of future plans there. So it kind of just sticks in the back since I don't have all my calendars up front like I did in my A5. But yeah, so that is what my setup is, and I'm really hoping to stick with this one because it is something that I know and something that I did love. I did love the size. I am really going to try to keep up with my journaling in my A5. It may just all get mixed matched into here because that's just how I tend to be. I tend to like only having one notebook, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, if you're anything like me and you've been through multiple sizes already this year and it's literally just 1 month down, please go ahead and comment below to make sure I'm not the only crazy person. But yeah, if you have any questions about where anything was from, guys, just go ahead and throw that down in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.